What's up, Revival? My name's Kyle Tarr. This is my submission for the Revival Cycles stash giveaway number 2, the Ducati 900SS. A very nice bike for building into one of these cafe projects. So I want to walk you through first my design with inspiration I pulled from to get to my design, and then later I'll show you what I've done already down in the garage. So to start off, I had to get the bones of this bike. It's a full fairing bike. Can't see all the underlying framework or anything, so I pulled some other builds off of the internet so that I could trace out the trellis frame, the wheel locations, the fork and everything, so that I could start to visualize and play around with the design. Some like this one here, and what I ultimately came up with was an outline of the trellis frame, the wheels, the engine, and the fork, so that I could build my fairings that I wanted on it, the headlight, the seat shape, and the tank. So from here I started playing around with a few different designs. I thought about going pretty much a full naked build. I like that look a lot, but I already have a bike that I've built, the Kawasaki, that has no fairings, and I didn't want to build the exact same bike again with the same styling. So I pulled a lot of inspiration from some old Ducati Cafe Racer builds with the big front fairing, single front headlight, and big windscreen. I've actually got up here on the wall in my office 4 Ducatis. That one there is one that I started pulling my inspiration from. That's a 750SS that I really have always liked. I like the colors on it, and I like the fairings. I think it's a very cool looking old school Ducati. So with this one, my goal is to replicate some of those design lines and but bring them into a more modern bike with this 900SS. So I worked on this for a while, and then I came up with 2 designs that were really my main designs that I was going to start going with. So my first one was this one here. So similar colors, it's got the light blue as the classic Ducati I have on my wall, spoked wheels, and I really liked the way this looked. I thought it was a nice kind of minimalist cafe racer that still had some throwback to the classic Ducati. As I started moving on to a little different design language, I decided that since the last bike build I did was a single person bike, no passenger pegs, no passenger seat, I wanted this one to maintain that passenger seat intact. And then with that, I also wanted to expand to a belly fairing. I thought that's a cool look too. So that's how I came up with this one that I'm calling the 2-Up Cafe Racer. It's leaving passenger pegs, and the idea with the passenger seat is that it's going to be a low profile speed hump that is made out of foam. So it is an actual passenger seat. There's not a cowl that goes over it. I haven't been a big fan of that design. But on this one, we're going to powder coat the trellis frame red. I want to make it really pop. The trellis frames are cool, and I want it to stand out. I'm going to put a belly fairing on it, and of course the big front headlight and the front windscreen and front fairing there. I think the design of having the black engine and the black, silver, and burnt bronze fairings and tank work together really nicely, and I think it's going to be a really cool bike. So I really do hope that we get to build this one and can show you guys what I can build and get something into the hand-built motorcycle show. Something that I've been hearing about for a long time, but I would love to have a bike there. All right, so what makes me think that if I was to win this bike that Revival's giving away, that I have the skills, the knowledge, the tools to make the build actually into what I've drawn up. So this is my first project. It's a 1982 Kawasaki KZ440. Bought it just over a year ago and have done a complete rebuild on it. The entire build has been documented through my YouTube channel, from bringing the bike home and tearing it down to starting it up just recently. And I'm going to finish this one out very soon here. This project was a lot of work. Rebuilt the engine, all the paint, did a lot of grinding and welding on the frame, chopped the frame so that it gets a more cafe racer style look to it. And as you can see, it has, it's almost done. Only thing we have is the rear cowl and the seat that I have to get out to upholstery to finish this one up. So all the wiring and all the work on this has been done by myself. All the wiring is brand new, has a Moto Gadget M unit on it, anti-gravity 4-cell lithium battery, and quite a few parts that were ordered through Revival Cycles. I've even called you guys to get some help on wiring in my reg rec to make sure I had it charging the battery properly with the lithium battery. So with this one, I'm almost done with it. It runs and drives, just needs a seat. So as I finish this one, I'm looking for my next project, and the Ducati giveaway bike is perfect for me. As I said before, I'm a big Ducati fan. I've always loved the old Ducati style, and I want to bring the old Ducati style to this newer bike with this project. So if you could, please vote for me. Let's make this build happen, and I really appreciate it. Thanks.